Summer is almost here and everyone's eager to get outside. So why not consider taking your pet on your next great adventure? It could just bring you closer together. Andrew Skirka, named Adventurer of the Year by National Geographic Adventure, joins us now to share his tips on how to help your pooch put their best paw forward. Good morning, Andrew. Welcome to the Morning Blend.
Good morning, Amanda. Thanks for having me on.
As you know, Tucson, we love to hike in camp, especially with all of our beautiful trails that are right here in Tucson. But how do we bring our pet along safely?
Well, hiking is a great thing to do with your pet, camping as well. In fact, Petco recently did a survey where they found that hiking is the most popular activity among pet parents. But there are definitely some challenges about hiking with your pet. So it can be this great experience, but there are definitely some challenges. Pet parents are nervous about how their dog might respond to the new environment. They're concerned about their dog getting lost, also concerned about whether a dog is even allowed. So in a place like Tucson, you want to go to a place like Catalina State Park, which allows dogs. But before you go, you want to look into the conditions that you'll likely encounter when you get there. So you want to look at likely temperatures, sun exposure, water availability, insects, wildlife, and other conditions that might affect your trip. And before you go, also make sure to get medical clearance with your veterinarian, make sure that your dog is safe or is healthy enough to be hiking with you.
And the video that we're looking at right now, one of the dogs had those little booties on and the other dog did not. Now, do you suggest if we are going to take our dog hiking that we invest in those booties, or will our dogs be okay without them?
Well, those booties are a great way to give your dog a little bit of extra paw protection. On those hot trails in Tucson, your dog can develop sort of soreness. It can also get scraped by the rocky trails. So if you're planning a longer trip with your dog, booties are a good option. Some of the other key essentials to bring with you are plenty of extra food and water. And if you have a fairer skinned dog, you might want to consider some sunscreen for it. And we're talking about stuff is important to bring with you when you're hiking with your dog or when you're out on your own, but don't forget to bring your brain. So make good decisions, accurately assess risk, know your limits, and by using some common sense, you can avoid a lot of the problems that hikers, backpackers, campers, and pet parents find when they go outdoors.
Is a hike ever too long to bring your dog on? I mean, obviously in Tucson, some of our hikes can last 4 hours. Is that too long to bring a pet along? Or can a dog handle that?
Well, whether a dog can handle a 4-hour-long hike really depends on the dog. So you don't want to just get your dog off the couch and immediately go for a 4-hour-long hike. You want to build up to it. So maybe you start doing some hikes after work that are shorter, and then maybe on the weekend do some day hikes. And then some dogs are totally capable of doing multi-day backpacking trips. But really you want to slowly build up to it. And it's not just important to build your dog up to it, but you need to build up to it too. When you're out there, it's just important that you're in good health and that you're capable of doing that same hiking. What you don't want to do is put yourself at risk or put your dog at risk when you're out there.
What tips do you have for if unfortunately something happens while you're hiking to your dog or to yourself? How can you be prepared?
Well, the best way to be prepared is to do some research ahead of time and really anticipate some of those risks. And then if something were bad to happen out there, have some way of getting your, knowing where your bailout points are along your route, and then having maybe some way of communicating for help. You should know whether or not your cell phone is going to work with where you're going. If your cell phone isn't going to work, there are a number of satellite-enabled devices that allow you to communicate even out of cell phone range.
Well, Andrew, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Well, thanks for your time. And any of you viewers, for more information, can go to petco.com/summer.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And don't go anywhere. The Morning Blend will be right back.